Hi, I'm Mandy. I'm here with Susan, Ashley, and Jetty. We're going to give a presentation for you on the Picture Exchange Communication System, also known as PECS. So what is PECS? PECS was developed by Lori Frost and Dr. Andrew Bondi. It's a system of exchanging pictures to help those with limited functional communication. Learners are initially taught to approach another person, give them a picture of a desired item, and in exchange, they receive the item. This eventually builds to adding sentence structure and expressing more than just asking for an item. They can express ideas and other things as well. We're going to play a video for you that gives an example of what a PECS exchange looks like.
Outside. What do you want to play? Ready?
Look! So as you can see in the video, the little girl gave her teacher a picture of bubbles, and in exchange, she received the bubbles.
Why use PECS? The Picture Exchange Communication System, or PECS, was created to provide a form of functional communication for individuals who lack verbal communication. PECS can effectively reduce problem behaviors by enabling individuals without verbal communication to convey their wants and needs in a socially appropriate manner. Research has shown PECS to be successful in increasing appropriate communication and decreasing tantrums. PECS does not require the fine motor skills as using sign language often does. Understandable by the majority in the community due to the use of pictures, most will know what a picture means. Very few will understand sign language.
So there's 3 phases that we're going to focus on in terms of teaching students to use PECS. The first phase is the exchange. This is teaching the client that handing another individual an icon, a small picture, such as we saw in the video example, allows them to access what they want. So that's building that communicative exchange. This picture is going to be just alone on the outside of a binder, teaching them that any picture, doesn't matter if it corresponds to the item they want, enables them to get the item that they want. In phase 2, we're working on distance and persistence. So that what this means is we're working on increasing the distance between the client and that binder with the picture on it, as well as the distance between the client and the communication partner, the person who they are handing the icon to. So in this phase, the learner will have to travel to the binder, grab the icon off of the binder, and then again travel to the communication partner, gradually increasing the distance to both of these. Then they will hand the icon to the communication partner and receive the desired object with the verbal confirmation of the name of the item. One really important thing throughout all of PECS is to state the name of whatever you are giving the client, no matter what, even if the picture isn't the same. If you're giving them bubbles and they handed you an icon, you'll say bubbles, just like they did in that video. You're also in this phase going to vary communication partners and start generalizing there. And instruction should take place across a variety of natural environments. Next, in phase 3, you're working on picture discrimination. So in this phase, you're teaching discrimination between the pictures. So this is when what is on the picture starts to matter. What that means is that, you know, if the picture shows bubbles and they hand a picture of bubbles to you, you'll deliver bubbles. If there's a picture of bubbles and a picture of a pen cap and they hand you the pen cap, they will receive the pen cap. So initially you start with a picture of a preferred item next to a neutral or a non-preferred item. And so that the likelihood of them choosing the preferred item is higher. As you go along, you're going to start making those icons more similar. You know, you'll end up with 2 preferred items next to each other, and make sure that you teach that discrimination. A correction procedure will be described in just a couple slides that will be used if the student chooses the wrong picture or the item that they didn't want.
The data sheet is done by Brittany that cannot be joining us today, but this is basically kind of the sheet that you would go through if you're using PECS. There's 4 different ways you can track data. It will be either full physical, partial physical, gestural, independent. Now, going in more into depth, using full physical, you are taking the client's hands and you are going to hold them and assist them with picking the exact picture off the binder and handing it to you. When it's partial physical, you are holding or pointing at the forearm of your client and pointing to the item on the PECS. Gesture is pointing to the exact picture that they may want without any verbal gestures. And independent is using no prompts at all, and they are completely exchanging, picking up the picture on their own and handing it to the person that they are wanting that item for. Now, with troubleshooting, there are times where the client does not have the item or does not see what they want. So that's hopefully working with your client and figuring out exactly what is motivating them or what item that they do want. And then from there, you will also possibly run into a discrimination phase where they may pick up the picture and they're not necessarily wanting that exact item. And then you will go through the 4-step error correction. So you will make sure that the picture that they have that may be the incorrect picture, you're putting that back on the PECS board and then identifying what they actually want, whether it's pointing to that correct picture, having them pick that up and exchanging it, or maybe if that does not work, then you're going to use the distractor of pointing to that and holding over all the other pictures that are on the PECS board and repeating that till they get the exact picture that they want, an item of what they are motivated for.